So we're going to go through all the Premier League clubs' net spends during this transfer window to see what we looked at. And do you know what? It's actually quite a surprising read. If you look at the business done by particularly the top clubs, not much money being spent net between ourselves, Manchester City and Arsenal. Manchester City actually made a huge profit in this transfer window. So let's have a look at that while we're talking about it. So Manchester City, with a £113 million profit in this transfer window, spent 33.6, brought in about 147 odd million. So making 113 million quid profit. Bringing in Gundogan, I don't care what anyone says, that is just a great piece of business that will no doubt strengthen Guardiola's midfield options for the season. Second, bottom or the most profitable club in the transfer window was Wolverhampton Wanderers, who spent 53 million quid and brought back in 94, giving them a surplus of about 40 million quid. Everton made 46 million quid in purchases but sold 70 million quid, so they're up about 24.2 million. Crystal Palace also up about 22 million in this window. Newcastle brought in 65 million but only spent 43, so they're also in profit of about 22 million quid. Then comes Liverpool. We spent 41.5 million quid in this window and brought in 62.5 million according to this chart anyway from Sky, meaning that we made a £21 million profit in the window. Moving up, Arsenal, just ahead of us, they spent 129.5 million, but they did recoup 136. So Arsenal made a small profit of about 6.9 million quid in this window. No, sorry, excuse me, that's incorrect. That was Aston Villa. Aston Villa spent 129 million and brought in 136 million, making about 7 million profit. Arsenal spent 101 million and recouped just under that, so they spent about 4 million net in the window. My apologies on that. Going up the league a little bit further, Chelsea spent 219.6 million, bringing in 153 million, giving them a net spend of about 66 million. Manchester United, again one of the biggest spenders in English football, they spent £205.9 million, recouping 94.7 million, meaning that Eric Ten Hag, or Harry Potter as he shall now be known, has 111 million in the red. They've spent 111 million more than they've brought in. Ipswich are amazingly second on this list. They've spent 124 million, only recouping 1 million. And Brighton are the biggest spenders in this summer's transfer window, with net spends, I should say. 192 million spent by Brighton, 40.5 million back in, meaning they spent 151 million. But of course, they have the Caicedo money and lots of other big transfer fees that they've recouped in recent years. So yes, that's where we're at with the window. And as you can see, like us, City, Arsenal barely in the net spend red, us in profit, City in profit. It's been a very strange summer transfer window.